What's up, everybody? Back to playing some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. Oh, not Legacy of the Duelist. What I'm talking about? Master Duel. I'm just so used to having Legacy of the Duelist for so long. It's just still kind of fresh for me. I take care of some new voiceover auditions, and then get some new videos out on the YouTube channel. Speaking of which, don't forget to like, subscribe, smash that like button, and comment and everything like that on my various channels. Links are in the description. So what do we have here? Okay, the next thing we was gonna do is the Gladiator Beast. Gladiator Beast beckon other beasts with amplified effects. The stage is set for a frenzy fray. I did like a video using the Gladiator Beast deck or archetype in my Legacy of the Duelist gameplay, and I'm shocked how much I loved it when I did. Just like with the Light Sworn deck, I was totally surprised how much I enjoyed it, because I didn't think I was gonna enjoy it from watching the AI utilize it. The glory of the Gladiator Beast. In ancient times, a great empire ruled the world. The city was prosperous, and its inhabitants lived in peace. War was a thing of faraway lands, and the aristocrats, unknowing of the danger, decided to build a great amphitheater, the Colosseum. Oh, by the way, did you know they are making a live-action version of the Aristocats? Disney is, and it's like, why? It's such a bottom of the barrel. Who considered the Aristocats their go-to Disney animated film? I don't think the Aristocats is on anybody's favorite Disney anything. They're in Gladiator Beast, fought to the death for sport. Tournaments were held day and night to satisfy the latent bloodlust of the aristocrats. Probably get more support for this archetype now. Long live the Empire! Salute the dying heroes! At the blast of a horn, a fierce battle would begin, in which the beasts would fight with claws, fangs, and any weapons available. At the Colosseum, those who captivated the crowds were lavished with praise. This spurred on the Gladiator Beast, who risked great peril for the spectators' cheers. The Empire enjoyed the very height of prosperity, but a small spark was set in on the path to destruction. And with the decline of the Empire, the frequency of fighting tournaments decreased. Tell that to the UFC. The aristocrats sealed the Colosseum for eternity, for fear that the gladiator beasts who lost their battleground might revolt. Many years passed since the fall of the Empire, and the Colosseum decayed over time. It looks like Utopia wings at the bottom. But one day, the ground with faded bloodstains shined, and the gladiator beast appeared. Among the seats long empty of spectators, the starting horn once again echoed. Long live the Empire! Salute the dying heroes. Inside the Colosseum, framed by that decaying city, the gladiator beasts fought once again. And in jubilation of their heroic travails, the cheers of the aristocrats could once more be heard. Iderix is new for me. Test Panther, so this. Okay. This one's new. But this is practice. I don't know why I'm even checking the deck. Gear Town. Should have a Colosseum. I'll save these gates when I have better like decks so I can Increase my likelihood to win. I have well-balanced decks. I'm literally just going by muscle memory right now. Wow. Yeah, the gladiator beasts is no joke. They are very difficult. You really got, the only way to counter a deck like this is negate fusions in general as much as possible. As a matter of fact, at that point they are useless, or at least negate effects at the very least. The gladiator beasts enacted various contests as if in response to the voices of invisible spectators. One-on-one combat, platoon battles, sieges, naval battles. And when their excitement peaked, the seal that bound the bravest of the gladiator beasts was broken. In close combat platoon battles, they were the gladiator beasts proud of their iron physiques. In the large-scale sieges, they were bird gladiator beasts, most active in raiding parties and aerial assault. In the naval battles at the Colosseum, there were the gladiator beasts of fish and sea serpent form, who drew their prey down into the dark waters. And the deadly weapons they wielded, battle machines and chariots, were revived. The Colosseum regained its glory due to the brave heroics of the gladiator beast. When the fervor of their contest reached an epic crescendo, the gates of the Colosseum were opened, and their terrifying death march commenced. Matter of fact, it's in the shop. So I really want to build Yugi, Kaiba, and Joey's deck too. Just want to have like more time getting the other packs, but I'll have another chance at some point. Blackluster Soldier, that's nice. Red Eyes. The image from the game, 10,000 Dragon. Cannot be normal summon or set, must be special summoned by attributing monsters you control whose combined attack and defense is 10,000 or more. If summoned this way, the attack and defense of this card becomes 10,000. How did that happen? Sinister Shadow Games. Shaddoll Monsters. Danger Thunderbird. You can reveal this card in your hand. Your opponent randomly chooses one card from your entire hand, then you discard the chosen card. Then, if the discarded card was not Danger Thunderbird, special summon one Danger Thunderbird from your hand, and if you do, draw one card. If this card is discarded, you can target one set card your opponent controls, destroy it. I really want to do an archetype video for the Dark Lord so bad, and I more than likely will get the cards I need from this game. Vendread. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one of your banished Vendread monsters. It's at Anima, special summon it. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except zombie monsters. A Vendread monster ritual summoned using this card on the field gains the following effect. You can only use each of these preceding effects per turn. Banish any monster destroyed by battle with this card. Cyber Rev System. Special summon one Cyber Dragon from your hand or graveyard. It cannot be destroyed by card effects. Evil heroes. Evenly matched. At the end of the battle phase, if your opponent controls more cards than you do, you can make your opponent banish cards from their field face down so they control the same number of cards as you do. If you control no cards, you can banish this card from your hand. You can activate this card from your hand. Very nifty. I think I can easily use that for my evil hero cards. Extra Hero Dread Decimator. Requires 2 hero monsters. This card also any hero monsters it points to gains 100 attack for each hero monster with different names in your graveyard. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. Yeah, nice little. Yeah, I mean this is good for this masked hero, but yeah, these are pretty good for evil heroes. Sinister Necron. Evil Necro Shade. You can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon one evil hero monster from your hand or deck except Sinister Necron. You can only use this effect once per turn. extra hero Infernal Divisor. If this card is link summoned, you can reveal one hero fusion monster in your extra deck, and if you do, add up to 2 of the fusion materials listed on that card with different names from your deck to your hand. You cannot special summon monsters the turn you activate this effect except hero monsters. You can only use this effect once per turn. Being monsters, this card points to gain attack and defense equal to its level times 100. I'm looking forward to seeing this. Supreme King's Castle. You can fusion summon fusion monsters that must be special summoned with Dark Fusion with effects other than Dark Fusion. Once per turn during damage calculation, if your Fiend monster battles an opponent's monster, you can send one evil hero monster from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard. Your monster gains attack equal to the level of the monster sent to the graveyard times 200 until the end of this turn, even if this card leaves the field. Very powerful. Okay, Photon Hand. If you control a Photon or Galaxy monster, pay 1000 life points and target one monster your opponent controls. Take control of it. If you do not control a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon at activation, you can only target an Xyz monster. Okay. Extra Hero Wonder Driver. If a hero monster is normal or special summon to your zone this card points to, target one polymerization spell card, one fusion spell card, or one change quick play spell card in your graveyard set that target. You can only activate this effect once per turn. If this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, or if this card is in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, special summon one hero monster from your hand. I need 5 dragon synchro monsters. Okay. From a pile misdirector. Or you control an odd eyes monster, your opponent's monsters cannot target this card for attacks. While this card is in face-up defense position, your odd eyes monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, you take no battle damage from that battle. You can only target one level 1 monster in your graveyard. special summon it, but negate its effects. Then immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon one monster using only this card and the special summon monster. Last one. Oh, is this something special? And they only last like a day. Let's see if I can get to level 5. Okay, studying the origins of the Kakuri. Kakuri are categorized by their mechanical movements, such as their ability to change formations. Synchro summoning accelerates their movements even further. It's time for a fierce Kakuri to head into battle. Sorry, my water bottle. 1 second. Just checking my power on my phone. Excuse me. After this, after this whole thing, I'll make this stuff end the video. I got another Keanu Reeves movie I want to get to, so I can do a movie review. Was gonna do a comic book review today, but had so many videos to upload to my channel and get some auditions done, so I might just do it tomorrow. Plus I kind of feel like copping back into this. Studying the origins of the Kakuri. Have you heard of a tome called Kakuri Anatomy? What are the inner workings of the Kakuri? How did they come to be? All one could want to know of the Kakuri is contained in this tome. Let us unravel the mysteries of this tome and delve into the deep world of the Kakuri. A long time ago, there was constant conflict between the nations. The turmoil was the very picture of hell on earth. In the midst of that era, in order to quell the strife, one feudal lord assembled the greatest Kakuri craftsmen. The feudal lord proclaimed to the engineers, "I want you to develop soldiers stronger than firearms. This is an important command. I want you to give your all." Immediately, the engineers set out to develop devices capable of wielding great power. Crucial to the devices were golden gears located in a faraway country. The feudal lord granted the engineers' wishes, successfully acquiring the the golden gears, and thus mysterious devices of untold power were forged. After several years, Kakuri equipped with the golden gears were completed. The workmanship of the Kakuri was unrivaled. Their handiwork was impressive to all who beheld it. Fortifications included Kakuri Castle, a cornerstone of armor and defense. They were now prepared for battle. Under the command of Kakuri Shogun MD100 Bari, the Kakuri soldiers went headlong into battle. After so many battles, what a blessing that an era of calm had been ushered in. The era of war had come to an end. Now we'll explore what lie in store next for the Kakuri. I haven't used the Kakuri archetype before. I do not know how they work, honestly. Deck description: a deck that uses the effects of synchro monsters such as the Kakuri Shogun to special summon new Kakuri monsters from the deck, leading to further synchro summons. Use the effects of the Gear Gigant X and Kakuri Cache to fill your hand with key cards. Must attack if able. When this card is the sun. It's about chasing battlefields and getting monsters on the field to synchro summon. And it must attack if able, so I gotta really be careful. Okay, let's give it a shot. Well, this is practice, so anyway. See, I knew it was gonna be more like fields. Some Kakuri monsters may seem weak at first glance due to effects that will change their battle positions when targeting for an attack or force them to attack if able. However, this deck is also supported by effects that activate when battle positions are changed or when Kakuri monsters are destroyed in battle. By focusing your strategies on the powerful Kakuri synchro monsters and using these effects to your advantage, you can easily overwhelm your opponent. I love the music. set the overload, not overlay network, like a synchro summon. Attune my Kokiri monsters and synchro summon. I remember playing against a deck like this before on one of the Yu-Gi-Oh games, and they were tough to get around with the switching of the defense and what have you. Trust me, it's not fun. Okay. Trail driver Vespinato. If this succeeds, summon card in his owner's control is destroyed by owner's card. Each time a Kakuri monster battle position is changed, place one. That was luck, honestly, because like I honestly don't know how to utilize this deck. Alright. Got level 5. So in times of peace, what became of the Kakuri? Delving yet again into the tome, Kakuri Anatomy. Next we'll examine how the Kakuri lived. Since Kakuri Shogun MD-100 Bari had become ruler, many years had passed. Around Kakuri Castle there were unparalleled prosperity. On the high roads, not only Kakuri, but townsfolk, such as zealous merchants, were common sights. Merchants peddled Kakuri Gamma oil and Kakuri gold dust on the street, wares that were medicine for the Kakuri. These were in high demand, and for the merchants, they proved most profitable. The fortress in which the Kakuri lived is long unchanged. The gears that keep it functioning work as well as the water wheels by the river. The Kakuri lived a peaceful life, though there is one thing alone that they fear. That thing is fire. When a fire starts in town, even if it isn't an area of great concern, the Kakuri can help each other. The Kakuri can help each other extinguish it, because the Kakuri live by lending each other. Because the Kakuri live by lending each other a hand. The Kakuri exists to this day. That much we know from the many books that remain. As the story continues to unravel, new discoveries await around every corner. It wasn't so bad. Okay. All right, I'll call it a night. I just want to play for at least an hour, but don't know if I'll be streaming, but I might be doing a comic book review. I really want to get one done this week, so I will see you guys later. Have a great night.